I never imagined my college graduation dinner would end in total chaos. We were at this fancy steakhouse, everyone dressed up, clinking glasses, pretending to be one big happy family. Then my wealthy uncle, the one who'd always been my biggest supporter, raised his glass and smiled at me. So kiddo, did the college fund I set up cover all 4 years? My stomach dropped. I froze. My parents stiffened beside me. And suddenly, every buried secret I had been carrying for years threatened to claw its way out. I forced a smile. It helped, yeah. But my voice cracked. Because the truth? I had worked 2 jobs, taken out loans, and cried in the library more nights than I could count. That fund, the one meant to protect me, had vanished. Flashback to senior year of high school. Uncle sat me down and said he'd set up a fund, enough to cover everything, so I wouldn't stress about money. Relief washed over me then. But once I got to college, it all crumbled. My parents told me there had been complications. The money was tied up. I believed them, at first. Then I overheard them bragging about remodeling the kitchen and taking a luxury trip. That's when it hit me. The money was never lost. It was stolen. By my own parents. So while everyone assumed I was carefree, I was drowning. Choosing between textbooks and groceries, pulling all-nighters after long shifts at the diner. And now, at graduation dinner, Uncle had unknowingly lit the match. The table went dead silent. My uncle's eyes narrowed. What do you mean it helped? I swallowed hard. My dad jumped in, laughing nervously. You know kids, always exaggerating. Everything was fine. But my uncle didn't let it go. I wrote 6 figures into that account. You should have had everything paid for. And that's when I broke. My voice shook, but the words poured out like poison I couldn't hold anymore. I worked 2 jobs. I'm buried in debt. I skipped meals because you 2-inch. I pointed at my parents, spent my future on granite countertops and vacations. Gasps circled the table. My mom hissed. Don't you dare embarrass us like this. Uncle leaned forward, face pale with rage. Embarrass you? You stole from your own child. My uncle's voice grew sharp. 100 grand doesn't just disappear. My dad snapped back. We raised that kid. You think it's cheap putting food on the table? We deserved some help too. Uncle slammed his hand down, rattling the table. That money was never for you. It was for them. You stole their future. Whispers erupted. My cousins shook their heads. My aunt muttered, unbelievable. I finally stood, hands trembling, but steady enough to point. Do you know what you cost me? The sleepless nights, the panic attacks, the jobs that nearly ruined my grades. All while you enjoyed your dream kitchen. My mom started crying, but I didn't flinch. For once, her guilt wasn't mine to carry. That's when my uncle dropped the hammer. From this moment on, I'm cutting ties. Every cent of my estate goes directly to my niece, no middleman. You two? Don't bother calling. The room erupted. My dad cursed under his breath. My mom sobbed into her napkin. But I felt calm. For years, I thought my suffering was invisible, that no one cared. But in that moment, with everyone watching, the truth finally exploded into the open. I didn't get back the stolen 4 years, or the sleepless nights. But I got justice, loud, public, undeniable. And as I walked out of that restaurant, I realized something. Sometimes the sweetest revenge isn't screaming. It's watching the people who betrayed you choke on the truth they tried so hard to bury.